Steht, Hanon levodet Yishkoin, uvagoy mois chasho. Describe the Sunni Yisrael, they describe the Klal Yisrael, what category, what prominence they enjoy in the world. Hanon levodet Yishkoin, it's a nation which dwells, it's isolated. They're all by themselves. They dwell by themselves. And they have no prominence in the world. There was a shul in London that every Shabbos they had a Gentile, a goy, a lad would come by to turn on the heat in the shul for Shabbos morning. So one Shabbos morning, the shaker, so the Gentile, he comes by, instead of his T-shirt and his jeans, he comes by all dressed up with a suit and a white shirt with a tie. So the guy asks him, he says to him, "Oh," he says, "you're all dressed up. Where are you going today?" He said, "Well, when I finish turning on the heat," he said, "I'm going to the Reform Temple for my bar mitzvah." we had here a goy used to come Shabbos to turn on the air conditioner. So one Friday he called me up. He says he can't come this Saturday. He said because he has to go to a bar mitzvah. I said, "Oh, Fred, really?" He says, "Yeah." He said, "You'd be surprised how many Jewish friends I have." I said, "Fred, I wish I could say the same for myself." My kids, he was, in his dress, he was undistinguishable, and in his habits, he was indistinguishable from a Gentile, from a goy. He looked like a goy. He had already turned on the heat. The shaila was, are they allowed to daven there? Because the Yid turned on the heat. The din is like this here. For a goy Amirah to have a goy do a labor, do something for a Yid, has to do something for a Yid. So only for something that's for someone that's not well. But someone that's well, that's you're not tarnished. So when it comes to cold, everybody's in the category of not well. To stay in cold surroundings, you can get sick. So it's permitted for a goy to come and turn on heat. But here, this is not a goy, this is a Yid that turn on the heat. The Shulchan is like, the din is like this. If a Yid does a malach, he does a forbidden labor on Shabbos, and it was something that was totally innocent. He didn't realize that he was doing something wrong. So, to benefit from that malacha, from that what the Yid did, it's not permitted until after Shabbos. After Shabbos, then you can use it. Being that it was done totally innocent, in this case, being that the Gabbai looked at this Bocharo, and he looked exactly like a goy and acted like a goy, and the Bocharo himself was so estranged from Torah mitzvahs, he had no idea in the world whatsoever anything about Shmir Shabbos. So from both sides it was completely innocent. So but using it on Shabbos, so you have to wait till after Shabbos. The Goin adds to this where it's L'tzerech Godel. If it's something that's very necessary, it can be used on Shabbos itself. So here, in a case like this, being that it's something that was really, it was totally innocent, and it's very necessary because it's the heat, and people Chalili shouldn't come to shul and get sick, So, and the Tzarech HaTfilah, so it was, they wouldn't be able to daven, they wouldn't have the minyan, so it would be permitted to use, for them to benefit, to use the shul, even though the Yid turned it on. We had it by us in our Besmedrash a number of years ago, before we put in Nadiv Leib put in this air conditioning system. We had an old air conditioning system which we were afraid would be Mesa Machim Zolach. We were so concerned to turn it on before Shabbos because it was on its last legs, and to run all night, and then to compete with the 95, 98 degree it was Ritzuvim, it was for over 10 days was in the high 90s, and so to the heat itself from the outside, and then the body heat that's produced by all those in Besmedrash. So we decided we'll go look Shabbos morning for a goy. I go Shabbos morning to look for a goy, and I meet from our neighboring temple, I meet the rabbi. So I said, "Good Shabbos." He says, "Good Shabbos." He says to me, "You looking for a Yid?" I said, "No, I'm looking for a goy." By them, they have a problem trying to get the other minyan. They're looking for Yidden. So he looks at me, he says to me, "Oh my goodness," he says, "you're quicker including your minyan a goy than a Yid." Because I need him for their condition. I guess I found a goy, and I wanted to do it for his benefit, not for ours, like we just mentioned. So I told him, I said, "I got in some very, very, very good whiskey. I want to treat you." I said, "But it's impossible to walk into the synagogue because we don't have the air conditioning on. We didn't turn it on before, and you know I can't turn that on." He said, "Oh, that's no problem, Rabbi." He says, "You go get the goods, and I'll take care of the air conditioning." He runs ahead of me, and he turns on the air conditioning. It's starting to cool off. I give him the bromphene. It was early yet before I was sitting and looking, being mine, looking in a safer, and I hear a knocking on the table. One shot, another shot, and then it seems to me like it got quiet. I don't hear the noise. I give a cook. He emptied out the bottle. He turned up the air conditioner. He went home. My kids. So here in the London shul, they were permitted to daven there because it was totally innocent from both sides, and something of necessity. Also, in Vienna, in a busy thoroughfare where cars were constantly, there was a flow of traffic, and the only way that passengers, pedestrians, wouldn't have to wait for that length of time, but it's set when it should change from green to red. So there was a button pedestrians would push to cross the street. People wanted to cross, the Yidden wanted to cross the street. It was Shabbos, they couldn't push the button. So they would find Gentile goyim that wanted to cross anyways, so they would push the button for them, and the Yidden would walk across. So these goyim did it, these Gentiles did it for themselves, and the Yidden were able to walk across. One Shabbos day, there gathered a few Yidden, and there was no pedestrian, no Gentile pedestrian that wanted to negotiate across that street, and they're waiting there. It was right on nearby a house, a Gentile, a goy, a good-natured person, and he noticed they're all waiting. He knew what they were waiting for. So he went over, and he pushed the button, and the traffic light was red. They were able to cross. So Shaili is, and he himself was not crossing. He just did it for them. So the Shaila was, if they're allowed to walk across the street now, because he did it only for them, he didn't do it for himself. So the Mishnah Berurah brings like this, that if a letter arrives on Shabbos, it came chutz l'tzchun, it's muktzeh. So if a goy takes the letter and then he opens it, so now is the Yid permitted to read the contents of the letter. So the Shlabram in the First Yisrael, they say like this, that the Yid is not benefiting directly from the torn envelope. It's a torn envelope. When he's reading the letter is not a direct, it's just that the goy took away a nuisance, a disturbance, something in the way, but it's not benefiting directly from it. So the letter he's allowed to read the letter on Shabbos. Another case they bring in Shulchan Aruch, if someone is afraid, he's in a darkened room, he's afraid to sleep in the dark all alone. So is he allowed to bring in a goy to put on a light that he shouldn't sleep in the dark? He shouldn't be in the dark, and the goy is not benefiting from that light. So the halacha is that he's not benefiting directly from the light. It's just that he's taking away an annoyance, a disturbance. He's nervous to sleep in the dark, so it's not that he needs the light, that it should be light there. He needs light that he shouldn't be nervous. So he's taking away mega. Same thing there. Also, Gemara brings down on the previous slide. Gemara brings down that not this one. Gemara brings down that the boat arrived on Shabbos, and there were non-Jews as well as Jews on board. So the non-Jews picked up a ramp, made something to reach over to shore, and then so here the goyim use it for themselves also. So there certainly the Yidden were allowed to use it because the goyim, even though they're going to benefit directly from walking on that thing, but the goyim did it for themselves, even allowed to. Yeah. Now, so here now, with crossing the street, it's not that they're benefiting directly from the push button so you can cross. The goy is taking away a nuisance, a disturbance that the cars shouldn't pass in order that they could walk across. It's nothing more than that. It's just now cars won't be passing, so this way Yidden can go across. So it would be much for them to walk across the street even though a goy pushed the button for his own benefit. Chanani ben Akashi Omer, Rotzah Kodesh Baruch Hu Zakei Es Yisrael.